The last drop for the royal family. Will Prince Harry attend the coronation of the king? Greetings and welcome to the World of Royal Staff's channel. According to sources, neither Prince Harry nor his wife Meghan are aware of how the British public or even other members of the royal family may react to their attendance at the ceremony. People, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are in a pickle. If they decided not to go, they might be accused of shunning the family. But if they go, they might get jeered at or called hypocrites. Let's pause for a moment to acknowledge the situation's irony. Prince Harry obviously wants to be by the king's side to commemorate this historic event. But because of the rift between him and his family, it is unclear how his presence would be received. To make matters worse, it's likely that he wouldn't be received well by the general public either. The most significant day of his father's life presents a difficult situation for Prince Harry. He wants to support his family and mend their strained relationship, but he must also take the potential backlash from the general public into account. The phrase, "damned if you do, damned if you don't," perfectly describes this situation. Don't forget about poor Archie either. On the day of the coronation, the young child turns 4. Folks, that's a hard choice for any parent to make. All in all, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are in a sticky situation. It is impossible to predict which way their participation in the coronation will lean. Pick your poison is a classic situation, and only time will tell which option the Duke and Duchess will select. Even Prince Harry's closest friends appear to be having trouble comprehending his situation as word of his attendance at the upcoming king's coronation spreads. However, I can assure you that this situation is not dire. It is obvious that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex should remain in the United States at all costs because they are completely and justly despised in the UK. It is complete nonsense to learn that Harry wants to mend his relationship with his family. Because let's face it, deeds speak louder than words, and his deeds certainly haven't been conciliation-seeking. The royal family should never have supported this relationship, and the taxpayers shouldn't have had to foot the bill for their extravagant wedding and way of life. And let's not ignore Meghan's dubious past. She is a seedy as hell sociopath who is narcissistic, power-hungry, and greedy. It's no secret that she had a past as a yacht girl, which meant that she was available for hire but not by her employer. What sort of person does that after all? Harry and Meghan have a mutual appetite for fame and wealth similar to a pair of ravenous hyenas. They have alienated their families and are moral voids who will continue to take advantage of each other's ingrained insecurities. Harry should go alone if he chooses to attend the coronation. And let's be clear, if he does go, it won't be out of obligation to his family or respect for them. Rather, it will be to raise his own profile. But let's not overlook the parodying from South Park. There is no turning back once South Park has made fun of you. Additionally, given that the couple's reputation is at an all-time low, it's not difficult to picture someone making South Park-inspired banners with the words, "Don't look at us," and "We just want privacy," if either of them were to go. Let's be clear about one thing. This is a state occasion, not a family gathering. Even though we enjoy seeing the entire family together, this is a solemn occasion and demands the utmost respect. Sadly, there are reservations regarding the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's attendance. See, Harry has had negative things to say about both his family and the British people. So why on earth would he want to demonstrate his support for a system and a nation that he ostensibly despises? I am aware of Charles's desire for reconciliation, but that is a different issue for another time. The Duke of Sussex shouldn't be invited, in my opinion. His presence would be a major distraction and lessen the solemnity of this event. He has been adamant about not wanting to be a member of the working royal family. Why then make him attend? Although the invitations have not yet been distributed, we anticipate that the guests will receive them soon. The Sussexes haven't heard anything about an invitation, let alone what part they might play. They therefore avoid assuming anything. A friend remarked, "They'll cross that bridge when they get to it. They lack insight," it is said. They're in a limbo. They will have to decide whether the Duke will go, whether he will go alone, or whether he will go with Meghan if an invitation lands on their doormat in Montecito, California. If they do fly to the UK for the ceremony, it is understood that their stay will be brief and that the Duke won't be participating in any official capacities. He would probably sit in the royal gallery in the Abbey with other members of the royal family, as is customary. The custom of royal dukes bowing and paying homage to the king has reportedly been abandoned by the king himself. Only the Prince of Wales will now fill that role as a result of this decision. Who will be in the procession to or from the Abbey, or who will appear on the Buckingham Palace balcony for the RAF flypast, has not yet been made public by Buckingham Palace. However, if Harry and Meghan were to attend, the anti-Charles demonstration in Milton Keynes would seem insignificant in comparison to the welcome they would receive. Charles would have made it obvious that he had offered the groveling apology they had demanded as their price. However, if Harry and Meghan were to attend, the anti-Charles demonstration in Milton Keynes would seem insignificant in comparison to the welcome they would receive. Charles would have made it obvious that he had offered the groveling apology they had demanded as their price. The institution of the monarchy will suffer in the eyes of the British people if either of them attends. Actually, neither of them is wanted. It's important to note that nobody would anticipate seeing the Duke or the Duchess on the balcony, as it was during Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee celebrations in June of last year. That honor is likely to be limited to family members who are employed. The Sussexes might also receive an invitation to the Coronation concert, which will be held on Sunday, May 7th at Windsor Castle. It's important to note that nobody would anticipate seeing the Duke or Duchess on the balcony. As it was during Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee celebrations in June of last year, that honor is likely to be limited to family members who are employed. The Sussexes might also receive an invitation to the Coronation concert, which will be held on Sunday, May 7th at Windsor Castle. However, given the low profile they maintained during the Platinum Jubilee, when they only made one appearance in front of the public at the Thanksgiving service at St. Paul's Cathedral, they might decide against it. The door is always open, according to Prince Harry, and there is much to talk about. Despite his worries that they might be leaked to the media, he insisted that such conversations would need to be based on trust. The accusations and revelations Harry made in his memoir, Spare, and the accompanying interviews caught by the king. The accusations and revelations Harry made in his memoir, Spare, and the accompanying interviews caught both the king and Prince William off guard. Because of this, many members of the royal family were said to have lost all faith in the Duke and were wary of speaking to him for fear that they would Because of this, many members of the royal family were said to have lost all faith in the Duke and were wary of speaking to him for fear that what they said would be repeated in his upcoming book or on television. It's obvious that the royal family has experienced a great deal of controversy as a result of Harry and Meghan's actions. To earn back the trust of those they have betrayed, they will have to put in a lot of effort. The rest of the family will carry out their responsibilities as usual, with the utmost respect and professionalism. Thank you all for watching. In order to never miss a new upload, be sure to hit the subscribe button below and enable notifications if you liked this video. I'll see you in the next one, and as always, keep being awesome.